top story on Newspoint, Donald Trump has said that U.S. personnel are being moved from the potentially dangerous West Asia amid faltering nuclear talks with Iran and growing fears of a regional conflict.
Well, they are being moved out because it could be a dangerous place, and we'll see what happens. But they are better. We've given notice to move out, and we'll see what happens.
And this after a U.S. official said that staff levels at the embassy in Iraq are being reduced over security concerns, while there were reports that personnel were also being moved from Kuwait and Bahrain. The United States has multiple bases in West Asia, with the largest located in Qatar. A U.S. official said Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth authorized the voluntary departure of military dependents from locations across West Asia, as Washington is on high alert in anticipation of a potentially Israeli strike on Iran. Now, amid the escalating tensions, the UK maritime trade operations run by the British Navy also advised ships to use caution while passing through the Gulf of Oman, and the Strait of Hormuz. The decision to move U.S. personnel from West Asia comes after Iran threatened to target U.S. bases across the West Asia if conflict breaks out.
God willing, it won't come to that, and the talks will yield results. But if they don't, and conflict is imposed on us, the enemy's losses will undoubtedly be greater than ours. In that case, America will have to leave the region, because all its bases are within our reach. We have access to them, and without hesitation, we will target all of them in the host countries.
Trump reiterated that he would not allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon.
They can't have a nuclear weapon. Very simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon. We're not going to allow that.
Since returning to the office in January, Trump has revived his maximum pressure campaign on Tehran, backing nuclear diplomacy but warning of military action if it fails. Tehran and Washington have held 5 rounds of talks since April to thrash out a new nuclear deal to replace the 2015 accord that Trump abandoned during his first term in 2018. The two sides were due to meet again in the coming days. The U.S. president says he pressed Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to hold off striking Iran's nuclear facilities to give the talks a chance, but has increasingly signaled that he is losing patience. Meanwhile, Iran's nuclear chief Mohammad Eslami called the International Atomic Energy Report on the country's nuclear program a blatant lie. The IAEA said that last month, Iran carried out secret nuclear activities with material not declared to the UN nuclear watchdog at 3 locations that have long been under investigation.
They falsely claim that the Islamic Republic of Iran has not fulfilled its obligations under the Non-Proliferation Treaty. This is a blatant lie. There is no evidence to support this.
And well, to discuss more, we were earlier joined by Colonel David Beatus-Rutschus from Washington, D.C. He is a professor at the Near East South Asia Center for Strategic Studies, and this is what he had to say. Listen in.
It's too early to say. There's 2 possibilities. So one possibility is that having hit an impasse, these steps are being taken to show Iran that we're serious and that they better make some concessions. They've asserted a number of inviolatable principles, but a principle is only inviolatable until you have enough pressure and tension on you that, abandoning that is in your best interest. The other possibility is that this final meeting will just be say, okay, I'm sorry this didn't work out. And when we've done what we're going to do, you can come back and we'll start from a different baseline.
And to give us more details and insight, our correspondent Susan Tirani has given us this report. Listen in.
The United States is partially evacuating its embassy in Baghdad, with non-essential diplomats and dependents being withdrawn, prompted by rising tensions and unspecified security threats tied to the stalled nuclear talks with Iran. The State Department has also authorized voluntary departures for non-essential staff and family members in Bahrain and Kuwait. These moves reflect growing concern over potential threats in the region. U.S. President Donald Trump earlier told reporters, quote, "It could be a dangerous place. We'll see what happens. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. We won't allow it." Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.